So this is the ENGWE EP2 PRO, okay, and I was going to change the brakes for the hydraulic, and I thought, yeah, why not? And I ordered the set, but they just didn't fit. They stopped about here, so they wouldn't run, and then you have to feed all this, and you have to, if you want to feed it through here properly, there's not a joint, there's a little doobly job there, and you have to feed all. I thought, oh God, I'll tell you what, why don't I just change the pads and see what happens. So I've ordered some Shimano pads.
So let's crack on and change these pads. I've got these, and they are, if you can see that, not too close. Okay, Shimano disc brake pads BO1S, and they're supposed to fit this. Let's hope they do. Comes in a packet like this, and you get three split pins, the pad guide, and 2 pads. And then I'm just going to get I should have all the keys that came with the bike originally should contain what you need to change the pads. So let's just see, make sure. Oh, right, that one didn't fit. Okay, let's rephrase that. The toolkit that came with the bike does not contain the Allen key that fits that, so I've got to go and find one. Okay, I bring a spare toolbox with me. I'm going to show you my toolbox because it makes you angry when people use it. Watch this, okay? So I always bring a spare toolbox under my seat, and all it is, it's a DeWalt, and it fits everything perfectly, and it fits smack bang underneath there with a elastic strap there to hold it in place. Doesn't go anywhere. And also I keep in a full set of Allen keys, and guess what? 3 are missing. Why? Why are 3 missing? Oh, right, okay, let's get back to it. Okay, so just free them off. Sorry, a bit of a rant there, but it's just, why are they missing? You know what I mean? Oh, yes, in tight. So they've been using Loctite on this, which is good. All right. Try to do it without my big fat fingers in the way. Might get going all the way around. I don't think it will. No. There you go. It's come loose now. Make sure keep him safe. Oh, it's on the other end then. It must be just a oh, I see. It's just a piece of tube that's like goes through with a thread on it. Okay, so this now should lift out. Should lift out, I would have thought. Well, this wasn't as easy as what I saw on YouTube, so you better check for yourselves. This won't come out, I think. Well, it just dropped out the bottom, and I think you have to maybe put it in from the bottom. So you've got to take off the caliper by the look of it, and then split it here, or just take the caliper off and put it back through this way. So I'm just taking the caliper off on 2 screws here, but what you've got to remember is the spacers. So I'll do a picture of your spacers. So here's your spacers here. So you've got an oval one at the top, and then a spacer, and then another oval one and a spacer there. Look, see that? And that's both sides. Hope this is a good picture for you. There we go. Same for the bottom. All right. Yeah, so they both drop out through the bottom. There we are. And they're not worn or anything, but they squeak. So you get your shield, not your shield, your holder. So what you do is you slide them in like that. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll get the new ones and we'll put them in, but that's what they're supposed to fit like. Okay, so I got the two pads, and then I've also got the cradle that holds it in. You don't need the split pins. So let's see if I can get you in camera with this. Okay, so slide that one in there. It seems to hold them a lot better. And then this one, don't forget which way round, like so. So you've got a plonker. I did it wrong already. Okay. It does grip them a lot better. The Shimano ones feel more robust. Okay, like that. And then what we've got to do, we've got to squeeze them in here. Oh, that's a bit tight. Oh, there we go. So you squeeze them in there so they line up with that. And then you get your little pin that we moved, which is this thing. And that goes back in there, but you've got to line them up, don't forget, okay? So line them up till it goes through. Don't force it. And then get the Allen key, which is non-existent, that someone stole. I'm gonna sort that out when I get back. And then you should just don't force it, just make sure that it goes in, all right? Like so. Screwing back in. So it's easy, but I would have thought you pulled him out from the top, but you don't. You pull him out from the bottom. So just tighten him up. Like so. There we go. Put him back through that way, and you've got to line him up ready, because it's not ready to go yet. So the idea is now, I've got what I've done. I've took mine apart and I held them together the way they come off. So this is the top one first. It doesn't really matter, but if you take them off like that, so you'll have a round spacer, an oval, and a round spacer, and then on the nut. So these go at the bottom. So if you take them off like so, and I'll show you. Sorry if I'm being a bit pathetic, but can you see that? It's difficult because the sun's out and it's a lovely day. Let's come out a little bit. Right, okay. So the flat and then the oval. Where are we? That's it. So if we put that like that, put this through there. If you just get one in, I'm just putting the top one in for now. There you go. Just start him off with your fingers gently, that's all you gotta do. Okay, and then the bottom. Oh, I'm going to put him over the disc. Just make sure you put him over the disc first. I just made that mistake. And I like, if I make mistakes, I always like to confess, because it makes it a true video then, not something like, you know, oh yeah, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm always doing things wrong. So now the same with the bottom, don't tighten it up. So get this. So I hope this is help for somebody. So these go in the bottom, so we'll put this in first. Excuse the big fat fingers. Oh, just dropped him. So oval. So that's how I'm putting them on. Oval at the top and then the spacer at the bottom. Hopefully. If I can just grab this. There we go. I'll give you a close-up before I tighten it all up. Right, okay, so there we go. If you just take even if you want to take a picture before you take them off. And that's it. I'm going to tighten them up and we'll give them a test in a minute. Okay, bear with me. Just going to check everything working. You see that? Okay, right, we'll give them a test in a minute. So I've just readjusted the cable to slacken it a bit, because the new shoes actually must be slightly wider. And people are going to say, well, no, you've been on the bike and you've worn them out. I've only done 50 miles, 60 mile. They've not worn out at all. So it's quite a considerable difference between the travel that it was and now. So I'll do the front, which is exactly the same as the back. Undo these two, your two main bolts holding the caliper on. Take the caliper off, it's the easiest way. Take the pin out. You might want to undo the pin first while it's in its holder, because it makes it easier to undo, and then change the shoes, put it back in again, tighten everything up when you're finished. I just went for a spin up there and just coasted all the way down. Well, I didn't coast, I went like hell. Put the brakes on all the way and not one squeak, so I'm over the moon. Yes, the Shimano brake pads do work on the ENGWE EP2 PRO. Hey, my God! Hold on for death at that speed. Bloody hell! Holy moly!